Hey y'all, it's been a while since I've checked in with you guys. The last video I did showed up in my feed for some reason, and I read a few comments, and some of y'all were asking how I've been and saying that I should come back and do more videos. Well, I have not really been well mentally, but you guys know I've always told you that the older I get, my mental health has always gotten worse. It's never gotten better. So I can't relate to people who say, "Oh, I've had social anxiety for 5 or 6 years, and then all of a sudden it improved and it went away." And you know, I people who say stuff like that, I don't want to feel like they're being disingenuous, but I guess it's just so hard for me to relate or to believe them, or to believe that it's even possible to heal, especially from mental illness, because my close friends who suffer from mental illness, whether that be bipolar, schizophrenia, social anxiety, depression, generalized anxiety, they've all gotten worse. As time went on, their illness didn't improve. Like there hasn't been any significant improvement. So it's just in my world, from my understanding, that doesn't happen. But if it does, lucky them. But yeah, I've always told you guys since I started first posting videos on YouTube way back in '08 when I was 21, that since 16, which is when, I developed social anxiety, and then later social anxiety, I wouldn't say it turned into, because I still have social anxiety, but I've also developed generalized anxiety. It became more general and not specific to social situations. My depression got worse, and then I developed OCD. But my mental illness has always evolved in the worst way. And so here at 39 years old, it's worse than it was when I was 38, and it's worse than it was than when I was 37. It's worse than it was. It just always just evolves and never improves. So yeah. I'm facing homelessness financially. I'm in a real bad spot. And I don't know how that's going to improve in the next month or so. I don't see how it's going to improve at all. So I'll probably be on the street within a couple months. I do have a little money saved in the bank, but I'd rather sleep on the street than to touch that. I always promise myself that no matter what happens or what situation I'm faced with, I'm not fucking emptying out my bank account. So the intrusive thoughts, I told you guys about my OCD before. Honestly, I wouldn't say that's gotten better. I was almost about to get excited to tell you guys that, oh, my illness has improved in one area. I would say, I wouldn't say that it's improved. I would say that I've learned how to deal with it better. But I can't even really say that because it's kind of like I kind of deal with it in like a I don't know if I would say counterproductive or non-productive, but I become numb. Like I don't care about living or dying. You know what I mean? So I think because I don't care anymore, like about what happens to me, I don't care about, like, I'm so broken. I think the illness, it doesn't really affect me as much because the level of care and give a fuck is not there anymore. You know what I mean? Like when you stop caring, things don't stress you out as much. You don't worry as much because you no longer fear the unknown. You no longer fear what you think is the inevitable. You no longer fear like disbelief that there's like some sort of impending doom or something. Like I used to have those kind of thoughts. You know what I mean? Anxiety used to cause those kind of thoughts like, oh, what if I die soon? I used to get scared. Well, now I don't give a fuck. You know what I mean? So it's like, you know, that like reduces my level of like worry and anxiety when it comes to a lot. Like here it is, I'm facing homelessness and I have no worry in the world. Like it's like, okay, whatever, I don't give a fuck. Yes, I don't worry about shit. Because I feel like, in life, like my belief is that everything is already kind of predetermined. I have a lot of reasons for why I feel that way, but I'm not getting into that. Not on this video. But yeah, I feel like shit is already, you know. Yeah, I just feel like what's going to happen is supposed to happen, and what's going to happen is what's meant to happen. I feel like we're just pieces on a chessboard being operated by and controlled by who knows who. God, Jesus, Allah, Buddha, the universe, whatever your fucking beliefs are. Whoever you believe is in control of what happens on this planet and in this life. Yeah, I believe everything is already just like predetermined. I believe in destiny and fate. So, yeah. I don't worry myself about shit I can't control, bro. 'Cause I feel like if God don't want it, if God don't want something to happen, he's not going to allow it to happen. And if he do want something to happen, it ain't nothing you can do, but shit going to happen regardless. You know what I mean? Like, one that with the movies Final Destination were based on, like, they kept getting like the opportunity to redo things to avoid the future, like their death. They were able like to reverse time and go back in time and try to avoid their death, like not go to wherever they went, where they died, or not do whatever caused them to die, and they would end up dying another way. It's just like I really believe that. Like I truly believe that. Like I believe even our death dates are like set in stone. I still like, you know, I read the Bible and I still call myself I don't like to say Christian. I just like to say a believer of Christ or believer in Christ. But even in the Bible, it's saying, what does it say? How the scripture go? I forgot. It goes. I think like we have an appointed day or time to return. I think it speaks on how like our days are numbered. Appointed something, you know what I mean? So that basically means like God actually like set a date for when he wants you to die. You know what I mean? Like, so yeah. This video is not flowing. It's not flowing smoothly. Like, I'm like all over the place. At least I feel like I'm all over the place. I guess it's what happens when you don't do a video in like 6 or 7 months. I remember I took like a 1 year hiatus back in like 2018. I came back in 2019 and I felt like so disconnected when I did my first video. Maybe I should do these more often. I don't know. Maybe this would be like therapy for me. I don't really think I'm gonna be around too much longer, but for however much longer I am around, this may you know, give me a sense of peace. But where are we at? 12 minutes. I want to draw this video out. I just wanted to check in with you guys and let y'all know. I mean, I don't really be doing videos because I be feeling like I don't really have much to say anymore. And I don't feel like y'all want to hear all this gloom and doom. Like, it's the same shit. Depressed J Love, you know, that don't want to live. Who wants to hear that, you know? I lost weight. I think in that last video, I was like, I'm still fat, considering the fact that I'm only 5'4". I'm still fat. I'm fat as fuck. But I'm not as big as I was before. I think in that last video, I was somewhere around like, I don't know what I told y'all, but I remember around that time me being like fucking 300 pounds, over 300 pounds. I was at the very lowest 290 for sure. For sure. 285, 290. But I really believe I was like 300 pounds. And now I'm like 250. So I lost 50 pounds. Hold on, let me show y'all. Let me see if I can show y'all. Get on my scale. Let's see how much I weigh. Don't laugh at my ugly feet. Let's see. Let me move this. I'm about to fall. See how much I weigh. Yeah, 248. So, like I'm gaining. I don't know how, but whatever. So again, still fat. But much smaller than I was. It's been a long time since I was in the 240s, but 240 is huge as fuck. But it's just genetics. You know, life is just unfair. You got people that I have a friend and he just eats all the fucking time. Eat what he want, when he want. how he want and don't gain shit. I don't even eat like that. That's the crazy part. Like I really don't eat like that. I'm not like an eater. I don't even really have like a crazy appetite. So I don't know where the weight is coming from. Like I don't know where. Like you would think I'd be like shedding all this fucking fat and shedding pounds, and it's like I continue to gain. I was on, I think it's called Manjaro. I lost like 30 pounds. Taking that, and the other weight that I lost, like the other 30 pounds, because I think I lost like about 70 pounds. Because back in, I want to say February, it was during the winter. Was it the winter? It was like March, I think. I remember I went to the doctors and I got on the scale and I was like as low as 232. And then I like hit this plateau. I stopped losing weight. And the Manjaro has not worked since then. I think they say what happened is like your body adapt to the medicine. So I think that's what happened. But I lost like, I want to say like, I can't really say what percentage of the weight loss was due to this or that. But I do feel like because I was going through a lot during the winter, like I just was not eating. I was not eating at all. And it definitely wasn't just because of the Manjaro, because I still take it to like maintain my weight. But my appetite has picked up. But I still don't eat that much. I be eating one today, y'all. For real. I really be eating. Like for example, the last thing I ate was fucking fish. It's early in the morning. It's fucking 5:42. It's 5:42. And I haven't eaten since yesterday at like 1 p.m. It was somewhere in the afternoon. That's a lot of time. It's going by. So basically I had like, and that was all I had yesterday. I didn't have no breakfast. I ate like 1 in the afternoon. And that was it. So it's like, where's the weight coming from? Like, and why am I not losing? You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. It don't make no sense. We got people that eat 3 and 4 times a day and they don't gain a fucking pound. But anyway, y'all, I'm gonna bring this video to a close. Maybe I'll come back with something more interesting to talk about. I just wanted to, get in touch with you guys. The reason I don't do videos as much anymore, like Google really broke me. YouTube really broke my spirit, man. Like I put so much work into that account for them to just delete it over some bullshit. I still don't know what they're talking about when they say that I had nudity on my channel. For what? Why would I upload nudity to my channel? My YouTube channel. I don't understand that. And then they said it was something else I violated. And I'm like, huh? And then when I tried to appeal, or at least ask for explanation, they refused to give me one. So, yeah, man, I just kind of remind me of like Uber, like the whole situation I had with Tina. I don't know if you guys remember me telling y'all that back in the day. She got into a fight. I, ordered her a ride. And that's why you never order rides for anybody, Order her a ride, and it was a violence policy that I broke. And just like with Google, which YouTube is under, Uber is just so unforgiving, man. It's just fucked up how unforgiving. It's like I'm permanently banned now. It's crazy, man. That's all I got to say, y'all. Much love to y'all. Maybe y'all see me again soon, maybe not. Later.